All right, you know what that means. It's time for Tech Talk. Welcome back. Last week marked the 50th anniversary of hip hop, celebrating its past, present, and future. But let's take a moment to focus on the future, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence. Last week on Tech Talk, we introduced you to the concept of rap versus AI, a one-on-one freestyling challenge between a human and an AI rapper. Well, these guys, they're back. The co-founders of Rap vs. AI, Hodge Fleming's here in studio, and we also have Cynthia Respert. She's with us via Zoom. She got the chance to show off this new concept at a special celebration of hip hop at Howard University. So Hodge, we'll start with you. How was it, Howard University, that experience to be able to show this off to probably thousands of people there?
It was an amazing experience. And so it's a landmark conference that pulls together artists, scholars, industry professionals. Rap versus AI was there because we are futurists and technologists. And so we were there to really plant the flag of where hip hop is going to be in the next 50 years. So we had two artists. We had AC the Queen and Flo Reese. And so they competed against the AI rapper. And the interesting part is that this is the first time that we saw the AI synthesize the bars differently, and it was more aggressive against the female rapper than it was the male rapper.
So to break this down, it was essentially, so someone's rapping, AI is listening, and then coming back, it's like a rap battle, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
And they're even coming back with a different, a tune, a different beat, the AI is, yeah?
So there's no beat behind it, but it's taking the words, it's synthesizing it, and then responding back. We added another element, which is called off the dome. And so we pull somebody from the crowd, and so it gave it a more organic feel. They come in. What we realized when the crowd saw the person come up, and when that person began to spit their bars, the energy in the room was electric and more intense.
I think that's awesome. I mean, what a genius idea. And I'm sure hundreds of people, thousands of people probably in there?
There was an amazing group of people who were there. We were in this classroom that was it was filled to capacity. And so it was an amazing experience. And people had a chance to be able to see this live for the first time.
Yeah, and Cynthia, obviously you were there too. What did you think about the whole ordeal, all the rap going down at Howard University?
It was amazing. So their conference was called Hip Hop 50, Past, Present, and Future. And obviously we were part of the future of that. And rap is only a subset of hip hop. So we were able to come in that capacity and really inspire some engaging conversations. We were one of the more active sessions, but there were some engaging panels, some thought-provoking questions, doctorates of hip hop philosophy and things like that. So it was a well-rounded experience, and our mission was accomplished. We had the engaging conversations, and we wanted to spark curiosity. We take people through, can this machine beat me? To how does this work? To what can I build with this technology?
And Cynthia, we're talking, like you said, about machines now. I was with my mother-in-law this past weekend, and MC Hammer came on, kind of one of the origins of rap, but now you're talking about, robots and AI. How has the technology changed with hip hop, 70s, 80s, 90s to now?
Oh, for certain. First of all, the August 11th, 1973 was actually the first day that's recognized. It's actually, and I didn't know this originally, but it's recognized by the Senate. There were resolutions passed to make a hip hop celebration day, hip hop recognition month for August, and then hip hop history month in November. So this is federally recognized. So that's recognized as the inception, and it all started with a back to school party, which is kind of cool. It inspires you to know that you can create moments that turn into movements. But throughout, DJs used to have these big turntables and bring crates of albums and have all this bulky equipment. Then it's streamlined into only laptops, and the production of concerts and things have always had this trajectory to be impacted by technology. And we know that we've gone from is it V8? I think it's V8 tapes to streaming songs, right? So at every turn and every junction, there's been this kind of angst of moving to the next level with streaming and things like that.
It's certainly come a long way. And Hodge, your thoughts, now that AI has been introduced, the future of this, where do we go from here with hip hop, rap, and AI?
So just to kind of piggyback on what Cynthia had actually mentioned, it's always been embedded into the very fabric, right? And so,
Yeah.
where things are going to move forward is that we believe it's going to be at the intersection of intelligent co-creation. So if you go back to turntables and drum machines and streaming and all of those things, we're now going to get into VR, AR. You're going to get into different experiences. Yeah. But I think the other part of it is going to be where kind of this interesting intersection is, okay, what is this going to look like from an ownership standpoint, an artist rights standpoint, and a monetization standpoint? And that's where we're going to have to figure that part out. But the interesting part, on the cover of Wired magazine is an artist from Canada called Grimes. And
I think people are familiar with Grimes.
Yes. and so what Grimes has already stated that, look, I'm interested in any kind of collaboration for a successful AI song, and I'm willing to do a 50-50 split on royalties.
Interesting.
That could change the entire industry, but we still believe that the genre of rap is going to lead.
I think, too, one of the things that we've seen is AI has been converting songs that have already made, right? They're covering songs, through AI. Is that a problem that we might see in the future, too?
It's actually going to be a challenge because the law is not there. But if you think about AI, AI is designed to model or mimic human intelligence.
Yeah, learns from it.
Yes, right. But here's the part. We're now looking at generative AI, so it's now creeping into the creative aspect. So we're asking AI to be creative. And so now, is it original? Does it have that human element? Does it have that story like connected to it? So at the end of the day, I think the artists are going to try to figure this out, but the labels and the monetization part is going to be a sticking point, but they're going to have to figure this out in the presence of it.
Okay. Cynthia, I'm sure you've thought about this question too, just the challenges maybe that AI is facing. What do you think?
Mindset is one for certain. You guys have already touched on the legalities of it, right? The regulations are not in step with the progressive technology. So it has to be kind of co-created as it progresses. And what we encourage people to do is proceed with context, not even with caution, but proceed with context, meaning caution kind of refers to maybe fear or trepidation, but proceeding with context is you have awareness and you have the tools and you are aware of the knowledge of how to operate in this environment. So that's one of the things. The regulations are another. And then just how does this interact with different industries? It's going to transcend every niche and every industry. And something that I'm really big on is the literacy rate in America. 21% of Americans, which is 70 million Americans, are deemed or designated illiterate or not able to read and write to communicate and function in society. And they have these obstacles that they have to overcome. It leans me into the AI literacy rate. What does that look like if we don't tap into this innovation economy right now? So those are some major challenges that I see.